Hey everybody, welcome to another review. Tonight I'm going to be testing the official beta version of Comodo Internet Security 6, and we've been playing with this for a while in the moderator forum. There's been some changes here and there, and I'll go over with you guys some of the things. Some people still don't understand how this system works, so I hope this video will help explain it a little better. So first off, we have this widget here. Now this widget does not use Microsoft widgets. It is its own process. So that way you don't have any of the weird exploits that can possibly happen with the Microsoft widgets. And actually, the more and more I have it there, the more I like to use it. I never thought I'd like widgets, but actually I'm kind of getting used to this one, and there's been some suggestions about making it customizable. So we'll see how Comodo handles that. There's several things you can click on here. First off is if you click on the secure or whatever it is, it brings up the main window. If you click here, it will show you if there's any tasks running. It'll bring up the task manager. I wish that it would just bring up the task manager without having to open up the main window, but maybe that's how it's programmed. You have to have the main window open before the task manager. This is run any browsers that you have installed. This is a plain machine. And don't worry about it being says it's not genuine. It's because I don't activate these windows. I break them so often that there's no point. I reinstall all the time. So don't even worry about that. This will run the browser in a fully virtualized sandbox. So if I click it, it'll open Internet Explorer and it'll be virtualized. Now, it might take a few seconds the first time you do it, and I have it turned on so you can see the little green bar. Anything that's fully virtualized, the way I have it set up, is it will show the little green bar. If you want to know how to turn that on and off, let me show you here. You open up the main window, you go to Sandbox Tasks, open Advanced Settings, Show Highlighted Frame for Virtualized Programs. So you can turn that on and off real easy. So I have it set up right now so we can look at it. If I did the test in this, there'd be no infections in the system. None. Once I reset the sandbox, everything would be gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of these links in the normal way and half inside this browser, just to show you guys the difference. And here are the Twitter and Facebook feeds for Comodo, and if you click this, it'll close. Anyway. This was a new thing here that you guys didn't see in my last review. Alright, just a couple of more tips and tricks that people kind of don't know about. If you click on this activate, you'll swing the panel around. I think I showed you guys that last time. If you click on this, it'll swing it around to sandbox, so you can drop an object in there and it'll be fully virtualized, or you can drop and scan. If we flip it over, if you click on any of these and right click, you can add it to the taskbar. So if we hit add to taskbar, now this will be here. So it's a little quick thing, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. Let me think here, what else? You can search, of course we already know about that. If you click the get help, you can run diagnostics and your about. I'm just trying to remember. The firewall doesn't have the watch activity. Now that's because now they integrated the Comodo Internet Security. Oh God, I can't remember what it's called right now off the top of my head. Cleaning endpoints essentials. It's cleaning essentials basically. Wow, it's kill switch, and that's integrated. Now you have to download it the first time. It's only 5 megs, so it's not a huge thing. Hopefully they'll add a couple more things in here. There's been suggestions and things like that on what they would like to see added to it. But there was no point of having both because you can watch your network activity in kill switch. So that's the only reason that they didn't put it in there. So we can see that, you know, what's running here, and then you can watch network activity here. Then you can watch network connections. So you can see CDM agent or CMD agent is going to downloads.comodo, and that's why they don't have the network thing in there anymore. I'm trying to remember. If you hit manage This endpoint, this one is disabled for this release. It was there for our release, probably be back. You can clean this endpoint, which will let you do a full scan, smart scan, custom scan. This is cleaning essentials. Let's see, rescue disk. The fully virtualized sandbox does not have an automatic reset right now. So if you use Kiosk or if you use Internet Explorer, everything will be saved in the sandbox until you hit reset sandbox. Now the make permanent thing has been removed, I'm pretty sure, because it's kind of a dangerous thing, I personally think. So if, let's say, you go to a website and you install some program that is don't worry about this. Some people have been freaking out about this. The servers are not updated yet to check for errors. So there's no point to keep telling Comodo about this. This is just for program updates, and they haven't gotten the servers up and running yet. Now the reason I think they took the make changes permanently away, make changes permanent away, is because if you are installing a program that you're not sure about, and it might be a piece of malware or something, somebody could accidentally click this and then infect your system. I think it's a lot easier just to install it outside the sandbox than run the risk. I don't know if they'll bring it back. That's up to them. I don't really care if it's there or not, because if I run something in sandbox, I'm on purpose. I don't want to make it permanent. It could be a time saver in the long run. We'll see. Run virtual kiosk right now you don't really have to install Silverlight or Comodo Dragon anymore. So if you don't install Silverlight, Kiosk will open up in the standard Comodo desktop. You don't get that little fancy one that kind of looks like Apple stuff. You just get the standard one, and I personally like the standard desktop. This is your standard desktop. Your shared space here is if you download anything in here and you want to have access to it from your main desktop, this is where you put them. It's like the link between them. You can switch to Windows while Kiosk is running, so you don't have to close it, and then you can switch back. It's a little quicker, it doesn't have to start up again. The keyboard here, and once again, if I ran everything in here, nothing would get into the system. It's been tested pretty good by a bunch of people, and it works pretty well. Alright, so I think I got most of the things the way that I've seen now where people are asking questions about. Processes on this one, still fairly lean. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 processes. Sometimes less, depends on what you've been doing with it. If you virtualize anything, it goes less, but you can see that's hanging out, was that 6, 10, 12, 14 megs? Very, very light. It also has that caching, so after you do the first system scan, it gets quicker. Anyway, enough with the blabbing. Let's get testing. So like I said, we're going to do half of these regular, half inside the virtualized browser, so you guys can see what the difference is like. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'll do like 5 this way, 6 the other way. How's that sound? A lot of these are exploits. There's some EXEs in there, so this one got caught. Java exploit by the antivirus. This is also an exploit. It's got some kind of something inside the page. I don't know if it's still active. It might not be active. We'll have to see what happens. Still loading. So this exploit might be dead. Okay. Let's see if let's see what happens if we open up. We'll watch the activity here in the background. We'll open up kill switch, and that way we'll see if anything is actually messing around. There's Internet Explorer. Here's the next one. I think this is an exploit also. And you can see that one got caught. number 4. Okay, this is some kind of file. We'll save it. And application unwanted hotbar. So that one could not be saved. It got caught by the AV. People will still say the antivirus from Comodo is lacking. I'm sorry, but as you can see, these are fairly fresh within the last 12 hours, and it's catching a ton of these. So they really don't know what they're talking about. And it's getting better every day. They think this is an exploit, possibly. This is a downloader. Okay, and this is 5 on the regular one, and then we'll do 5 through the virtualized browser when this one gets done. It's really slow. Any day now. There we go. Alright, so that one got sandboxed because it's unrecognized. It's probably going to try to install some kind of adware. I kind of was bet. We'll close this guy up. Then we'll open up the virtualized one. And you can see it's fully virtualized. This is the only pop-up right now, and people are kind of still complaining about this, and this is basically an installer pop-up. When it says it requires unlimited access, it means it wants to install something. And if you hit the little drop down, you can see that it says digitally signed, but hasn't been whitelisted by us. If you just let it sit here, it will automatically run isolated by itself after a number of seconds, and it looks like it just died. It didn't work. Alright, let's go number 6 in the virtualized browser. So you can see how that works. And you can see that anything now that it's opening is also virtualized. Now, I'm not 100% sure if when things are virtualized, if the AV can still scan them. Not sure. We'll see what happens. Some of these, like I said, are very new. So let's see. We'll see how it works. Alright, that one kind of died. Alright. Let's go back here. Let's keep going on. Alright, I think this one was some kind of exploit. This one doesn't work. while being virtualized. A lot of things are aware of being virtualized and they don't work. So you can see there is a bunch of stuff running in the background. We'll X out of here. And these things that are virtualized, there's two ways to get rid of them. One is to manually go in there and do it, or reboot. To get rid of everything, you just open up the main window and we go to the erase reset sandbox. You can see they're gone. I don't know if maybe in the future they're going to make this a more automatic thing. I kind of suggested that, so hopefully maybe in the future this will be more automatic. Just for curiosity's sake, let's open up one of these without the virtualized, like this one here. And I want to see if the AV detects it. Nope, so these weren't detected by the AV. Now, I know there was a couple, like the exploits at the beginning. So I just want to see, basically this is just my curiosity because I thought of it right now. I want to see if the AV still detects things while they're being virtualized. This probably is not going to serve me anymore because it already did once. Yeah, that's the thing with exploits. Once they served you an exploit, they probably won't ever do it again. So I'm going to test this later on my own time to see how it, to see if the AV does work at the same time while the file is like you're running inside a virtualized browser. Alright, so those were the links. This is that installer that we saved to the desktop, and now we have some viruses here. They are, I think, 370 or 387, something like that. So first we'll disable the antivirus, and FYI, this now has a timer on it. I don't know if I told you guys that or not last time. Drag it to the desktop here. You can see that I have not gotten almost any alerts. It's very, very quiet right now. So it is very it's very nice for it to be this quiet. So first off, let's oops, not game mode. Let's turn on the antivirus, and it's already finding things. So let me disable this for a little bit because I don't want them to compete for resources. I want to do the scan. There we go. Alright, so let me pause and I'll be back when this is done. It was 387 items. Alright, so let me pause and I'll be right back. Alright, so it says it found 363. That doesn't necessarily mean it's exactly the number that it's on that was in here. But we will clean all of these, and clean means to quarantine right now. In the future, it'll mean things like run a disinfection routine on, you know, if it can be, on certain files like Zeus and things like that. Or it'll also mean things like delete the file and undo any changes it did to the system. That's certain things that will be coming as new versions will be coming out. Remember, this is just version 6. There's still 6.1, 6.2. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming with this. So right now it just means quarantine, which is fine with me. Somebody was complaining about, well, clean, we don't know what it means, if you want delete or something like that. No, you don't want delete. You don't want the average user to delete any file. It's safe just to put it in quarantine and leave it there. Trust me, it's the best thing to do for people who don't know what they're doing. Alright, so we have left over right now, 43 files out of 387. So the initial detection was 88.888 whatever, so 88.9%. Not bad. These files are at most 2 days old, so about 48 hours. So let's turn these on. Let's turn it back on. And we're kind of going to do the same thing. I want to do about half of these files in some of these are not the same. They've been changed a little bit. As you can see, they've had some extra things added in there, but a lot of them are kind of the same too. So we'll see what happens. I want to do about half of these regular, and then the other half fully virtualized, which is mean just drop and drag inside the little window. That's one. This one's isolated, partially limited. I should probably have opened up kill switch. Looks like it's going to try to install some fake antivirus, windefend.exe, blah blah blah. Yep, there you go. Cloud behavior, suspicious 1, it caught that. So 5 was automatically caught by the cloud. Skip around a little because I want to do at least a couple of these inside the fully virtualized. And that one was caught. Probably tried to unpack some malware. And you can see that one was caught too. Two, two, three. Looks like that one doesn't even run. Oh, what was that? Okay. Looks like I got a kind of a crash here from Comodo. Display driver. I tried to do something to the display driver. Okay, and that one was caught as it tried to unpack itself. 276. That one didn't run. And we'll do these last two, and then we'll run the rest of them in the virtual. This one says looks like some kind of fake AV thing here. Alright, we'll see what happens. Let me kill some of these because they are taking up a lot of. Okay, so 280 kind of something already got detected. I don't know if that was something I killed or the cloud detected it. Okay, so from here on, let's do the drag and drop inside the Run Virtualized window. Or sandboxed objects here. Drag drop. Yeah, right. So you can see, as you watch kill switch work, you can see that when I drop it here, it opens up Kiosk, virtual kiosk, and runs the program inside the kiosk. And a lot of the time it looks like it's just failing. And 2 more. I think there was one more up here that we wanted to do. One of these. Alright. So you can see we got a bunch of stuff running around in virtualized, fully virtualized. I bet you if we wait for a while, we might get something from the AV, the cloud. But what I'm going to do real quick, you can see this is really neat. We just kill everything. All gone. And then it deletes them. And there you go. Alright, so we did all this fun stuff now. Let's do a full system scan. Let me delete this. I think we still have something running in the background. There was a partially limited file there, I noticed. I think we forgot to get rid of that one. This guy right here. Kill the process. Alright, so now we can get rid of this folder. And we'll do a full system scan. Now I'm going to edit my scan because I like to scan with better specs on it. This is how I set mine up. So if you go to Advanced Settings, Antivirus, Scans, you can edit. And under Options, I use Cloud. We won't do automatic. I do heuristics on low, and that's it. And then we'll run a full scan. Alright, so now I'm going to pause the computer, or the video, and I'll be back after we get the result. Alright guys, there is one thing I want to show you here that most people probably don't know about this capability built inside Comodo, and I've never seen this in any other program. If you're gonna use some websites and you want to be safe when you're doing your banking and things like that, what you can do is create a hyperlink, a bookmark, whatever you want inside your browser. So when you go to this, you type it in this. So you go safe : // and let's just say www.bankofamerica.com, because that's where you do your banking, let's say. And you'll get this window, and I untick this because I don't want it to ask me every time, and I'll just hit allow. And do not show a warning, allow. So this is you only have to do that twice when you first do it. And now, whenever you go to that link, you'll get a second browser window, and it's fully virtualized. So you can do your banking inside a virtualized window, and when you're done, you can exit out. So now let's say we want to do chase. How neat is that? I've never seen that in any other security program. You can hyperlink and create your hyperlinks. Now I think in the future what would be neat is if they had a list of these websites that you could create a list inside Comodo, and using the firewall it could know when you're going to these websites and automatically do it for you. So you could add a list of all your banking websites and whatever you want to do and run fully virtualized. So then it doesn't matter. You don't have to go safe dot da 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 or whatever. You just, whenever you type in Bank of America or click on the link inside of Internet Explorer or Chrome or whatever, it knows that you're trying to go to that website and then it pops up. Just a little something. Oh yeah, and you can also do that for Kiosk. Sorry to tell you. I forgot about that. We'll let this guy scan. We'll send it to the background. So if you go Kiosk, .com, turn that, and it will automatically open Kiosk if you really, really want to be safe. And then it'll even open up the website for you. And then you can use your virtual keyboard to type in your stuff. Pretty neat, huh? I don't know if I showed you guys that last time. Anyway, okay. Alright, so looks like something got identified by the cloud behavior.suspicious, identified a file here, roaming windefend.exe. So we'll apply the action and that'll clean it. Last but not least, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to open advanced settings, file rating, unrecognized files. So these are all the files that it never recognized and isolated. Oh, well, that stinks. I guess we can't submit right now. Look up, maybe? Hey, look, that works. Alright, let me pause. Alright, so a lot of these are already gone. Only a couple, and like this one, unknown. See, this one, it probably means it can't find the file because it was in a folder that is now gone. And this file is probably gone also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the files. You can see a lot of these were already submitted. Alright, so last but not least, I'm going to run Ccleaner here. And I'm going to reboot, and then we'll be back and we'll do a scan with some of the other external scanners, and we'll see what they find. Alright, one quick thing while Malwarebytes is scanning. Some people, because I remember they were asking something, I want people to realize that the HIPS is not disabled, okay? If you look here, it looks like it's disabled, but it's really not. It is integrated now very well with the behavior blocker. And what this means is these HIPS rules are applied to files that Comodo doesn't see. I mean, not it doesn't see, that it's never seen before. So these protection rules are applied to files that are unknown to Comodo, right? Why would you apply and run these rules continuously and slow down the computer during, when safe things are happening, when it knows that safe things are happening? So the behavior blocker is watching which files are running, and if it sees something that is unknown, it throws it in the sandbox and then it applies the rules to it. So this is not actually disabled, okay? The only time you enable this is if you don't want to run this, and then you'll get a bunch of alerts. It's up to you, but I recommend just letting it be. The only thing I would recommend is maybe bumping up the sandbox to restricted, because that's how I run it, and I don't run into many problems with that. Alright, that was it. That's just what I wanted to let you guys know. Alright, so it looks like a couple of things were found. Looks like a registry key, malware.trace, was found, and then this weird file .dc. I have no idea what that is, but let's look for it, and then let's submit it to VirusTotal just to see what it is. This says stolen data. It's a log, DC logs. So let's see, users. App data roaming. TXT. Yes. Okay, see, there's nothing in it. That's all it is. So nothing happened. It was probably trying to log something, but it didn't work. So I don't consider this a bypass because it actually didn't do anything, as you can see. And let's see if this registry key gets found. I just want to see. If we open up kill switch, and then we can open up auto run analyzer. Okay, and we view hide safe entries, and let's see if that comes up or not. Alright, so this didn't find it, so let's just skip this one and let's see if anything else identifies it. We'll remove this stuff. No, I don't want to restart. Alright, and let's keep going. Let's do a scan with Hitman Pro. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so Hitman Pro did not identify anything. And last but not least, let's run with scan with MCSoft emergency rescue scanner here, and see what happens. So I'll be back. This is going to take a while. I'm going to run the smart scan. I'm not going to run the deep scan, but it's going to take a while. So I'm going to disable the AV so it runs a little quicker. And then I will pause and I'll be back. Alright, so MCSoft finished scanning and it found the same registry key, which is medium risk by their it's just a trace. So this DC bot, whatever that is, created this one registry key and that one log file that contained nothing. So that was it. I'd say that Comodo did very well. There were almost no pop-ups, and as you can see, there's still a couple of things here and there that they can improve on, but it did very well, and it's got some advanced features, and you know, this the full virtualization worked very well. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I know it's long, but I think it was well worth it. So I'll upload it, and I'll talk to everybody later.